Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We are covering circles this week and next week. I'm thinking, we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking we'll do a practice and another quiz like I did before at the end of next week. All right, so bear with us. This is actually kind of easy. Okay. I don't know what you've covered in Math 1. All right. So I'm going to go through this like I think you don't know anything, but I think you probably know a lot of things. All right. So HGI, this is called a central angle. Okay. Now, this HG right here, well, let me change the color. This HG, this is an arc. Okay. So you name an arc with a little curve like that. Okay. And 2 letters. Okay. That's a minor arc. A major arc is 3 letters. All right. I'll explain that in a second. Okay. The central angle is angle HQI. Now, it's a central angle because it's at the center. Okay. The vertex is at the center. All right. So central angle and arc. Central angle and arc. Okay. Now, the directions say if an angle is given, name the arc it makes. If an arc is given, name the central angle. Okay. So let's go to number 2, CE. Okay. CE. Where does CE go? This is an arc. So your job is to name the angle. Okay. Whereas this one is an angle. So your job is to name the arc. Okay. Now, one more thing over here. Oh, we pretty much don't need a calculator today. Okay. A minor arc goes less than halfway around. Okay. Let me use that purple again. Okay. Less than halfway around. If you want to go more than halfway around, all right. So I'm going to call this one HIJ. All right. Now, the short one is HJ. Okay. This one is HIJ. When you go the short way, you go directly from one letter, the shortest way, to the next letter. Okay. So if you start at H, how do you get there fastest? You go this way. All right. Now, HIJ, they're telling you to go the long way. Okay. They're telling you to go the long way. So that's why they say stop at I and then go to J. Okay. So it says HIJ, start at H, go to I, go to J. Now, JIH would be the exact same thing. Okay. Doesn't matter where it starts or where it ends. All right. So you got to get a little creative here. Okay. So that's one side of the angle and that's the other side of the angle. All right. So now name it there. CQE. Every angle is going to have 3 letters. Angle CQE. Okay. FG. Okay. Mark it. All right. And then now find the sides. So angle FQG. All right. Now it says major arc for IQH. Okay. So I to Q to H. Okay. So the small arc would be HI or IH. Okay. But we want the long one. We want to go all the way around. Okay. So I'm going to start at H or I. Doesn't matter. Okay. If I start at I or if I start at H, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now I got to go the long way, so I got to pick a letter. I could pick G or F. It doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. But I need a third letter because I'm telling you, hey, don't go straight home. Stop at the store and then go home. Okay. If you're not told to stop at the store, you're not supposed to. Not now. Don't go to any stores. Okay. All right. Next thing. Central angle is equal to the corresponding arc. Okay. So This is 67. This is 67. This is 58. This is 58. All right, a couple things to keep in mind. This is a diameter, so that's automatically 180. How do I know that? All the way around is 360. So 360 divided by 2, 180. Okay? So now, if I know where 180 is, okay, where'd that calculator go? How do I, oh, there you go. All right, 180 minus 58 minus 67. This guy's got to be 55. Okay? And then we've talked about this before. Verticals, that's 55. Okay? All right, so anyway, we don't need all that. Okay? All right, they want TVS. So T to V to S. Okay? All right, so they did want that 55, okay? So now, this is everything but 3. This is, the whole thing is 360, and they want all of it except this 55 right here. Now, where did I get that from? All three of those have to add up to 180, okay? Or all three of these have to add up to 180, either way, okay? All right, so all the way around except 55. So 360 minus 55, 305. Okay. All right, TR. It's going to be easier when they only give you 2 letters. Okay, T to R. Okay, so that's 79. But I got to find this other piece. Okay, so if you're missing a piece, you got to like start thinking, what could I do? Okay, so the first thing you could do is look for diameters. The diameter cuts it into 180, okay? So now this half is 180, so I got 120 right here. All right, so 120, or 180 minus 120. This guy is 60, all right, which means this arc is 60. So now, 79 plus 60, 139. Okay. L to J to H. Okay. L to J to H. All right, so I can find, like, if you look at this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, right? I could find all 4 of these, so I'd have to find that one and that one. Or if I find this guy, I could do 360 minus that, okay? All right, so again, if you're like, I don't know where to start, 180, okay? So 180 minus 55, it's 125, okay? So this guy here is 125, which makes this arc 125, okay? So that means I want everything around the circle, which is 360, all right, but 125. So 360 minus 125. 235. Okay. All right, last one of these. All right, VSX. Okay, so I need this 40, and I need that guy. Okay. All right, now how am I going to find that? That's 180. Okay. So 180 minus 62 minus 40. What's left? This is this is 78. So this is 78. All right, so now 78 plus 40, 118. Okay. All right, these are actually easier. Okay. The arc is the same as the angle. Okay, so let's actually start over here. Okay. Let's actually start over here. So they want to know the directions, say find SU. So they want to go from here to here. Okay. All right, now, so this is 135. okay? Or you could change this inside one to that's 27x plus 1, okay? Or this is 17x plus 4. So either way, you either have an inside circle or you have an outside circle. Either way, the whole circle adds up to 360, all right? So 17x plus 4 plus 135 plus 27x plus 1 all adds up to 360. So all the way around adds up to 360. All right, so 136 plus 4 is 140. 17 plus 27, 44x equals 360. All right. 360 minus 140, 220. 44x equals 220. All right. X equals 5. That's great, but nobody cared. All right. They want to know what SU is. So SU is 27x plus 1. All right. So 27 times 5 plus 1. What I'm doing is I'm putting it in to 27x plus 1. So 27 times 5 plus 1. 136. Okay. All right, now let's go back to number 9. I'm looking at it. I don't see any numbers. I can't add everything. Well, I could. All right, but what do I see? I see a 180. Okay, I see a 180. So I'm going to add those parts. 15x plus 2 plus 14x plus 4 equals 180. Okay, so 29x plus 6 equals 180. 29x equals 174. X equals 6. Okay, that's great, but that's not the answer I want. Okay, x equals 6. All right, now this says G, E to H. Okay, so I'm going to take 6 and plug it into this guy right there. Okay, so 14 times 6 plus 4. 88. Okay. All right, now this is the easiest kind, where you have an angle and an arc that go together. So you just set them equal. This is the easy kind. Okay, I promise. X equals 6. Okay. And they want to know the angle, so you just plug it in. So 20 times 6 minus 5. Okay, so 120 minus 5, 115. Okay. All right, now this one gets a little bit creative, okay? So this is an arc and this is an angle, okay? So you want them both to like look the same. So I'm gonna make that an arc. So now I got an arc and an arc. And what do I got? I got a 180, okay? So 26x plus 5 plus 10x minus 5 equals 180. 36x, that cancels out, equals 180. X equals 5. All right, now you got to pay attention to what they want you to know. X to V to W. Okay, so they want everything but this guy. All right, so I'm going to go 360, okay, minus 26x plus 5. So 26 times 5 plus 5. 135. Okay. And I'm going to do 360 minus 135. Oop, how about I add correctly? Or subtract. Okay. 225. That's the right answer. All right, I promise there's kind of 4 pieces of today's lesson. And the first one and the last one are super easy. Okay. So these middle 2 pieces, this is what's a little confusing. Okay. And I get it. All right. But this next thing is super easy. Okay. Let's go over some vocabulary. Okay. This right here is a radius. Okay. A radius goes from the center to the edge. Okay. This right here is a diameter. We kind of talked about that for a few minutes already. All right, it goes all the way across. Okay. Now, this is a chord. Okay. A chord is any segment that goes from one edge of the circle to the edge of the same circle. So it just goes across. All right. So actually, a diameter is a chord. Okay. A diameter is a chord, but a chord is not necessarily a diameter. Okay. The quarterback is on the football team, but just because you're on the football team does not make you a chord. All right. Now, this could get a lot more complicated, but we're not going to. Okay. So what the point of this question is two things. When this is perpendicular, let's look at number 14. When this is perpendicular, this cuts this chord into half. Okay. So x is 9 right here. Okay. So the pieces of the chord are equal. So this is 2 and this is 2. Okay. This is 7.7 and this is 7.7. Okay. Now here's the purpose of this question. This 3.6 is this little guy. Okay. And this 6.5 is this. Okay. So that's part 1 and that's part 2. But when you put these two parts together, you get a radius. Okay. So how much is x from here to here? All you got to do is add 6.5 plus 3.6. Okay. The tricky thing is like they put like this 7.7 in there just for kicks. Okay. So 1, carry the 1, 7, 10.1. Okay. All right. We talked about all these words. Now let's do something here. Okay. All right. So 7.9 plus 7.9 is 15.8. Okay. So the radius is 15.8. But this x goes all the way across. Okay. So this is 15.8. And this is 15.8. So you add those together, or you can multiply by 2 either way. 31.6. Okay? All right. So, guys, give this homework a shot. Do all 16. It should not take you long. All right? And then we'll review that, and I'll show you some new stuff on Wednesday. All right. Have a good one.